Hi friends, today we will learn about Informatica Power Center architecture. So Informatica Power Center architecture, before learning Informatica, so we first know what is Informatica Power Center. Informatica Power Center is a data integration tool, like it helps to integrate data from multiple sources. Okay, so it has consisting of four parts. One is repository manager, then designer, then workflow manager, and a workflow monitor. Okay, so first we will know what is repository manager. Okay, so Power Center repository, it is just like a relational database like Oracle or SQL Server or Sybase, and it is managed by repository service, and it consisting of a database tables that stores the metadata. So here in the repository we have tables. Okay, the tables contains the metadata means the data about data. Okay, there are three Informatica client tools available in Informatica Power Center. Okay, these are Informatica Power Center Designer, Informatica Power Center Workflow Manager, Informatica Power Center Workflow Monitor. Okay, so first we will learn Informatica Power Center Designer. Okay, so Informatica Power Center Designer, it is used by the developer. Okay, this designer, D stands for designer. Okay, and it is used by the developers. Okay, the developers develop the mappings, the workflows in the designer window. Okay, testers have no role in the designer. It is used to develop and design mapping by the developer. Okay, the testers cannot run or execute mapping in the designer. Okay, from the designer window, the developer will design the mappings or the programs. Okay, from designer we cannot run or execute the mapping. Then we will learn Informatica Power Center Workflow Manager. This one. Okay, here W, and W stands for Workflow Manager. Okay, so from the Workflow Manager window, we will run the workflow or the mapping. Okay, which has designed in the Workflow Designer window. Okay, first we have to know that the developer develop the mappings in the designer window. Mappings means the programs. Okay, or the workflows they design, but in the testers, what the role of testers? Testers use this workflow manager. Here we run the workflow. Okay, from the workflow manager window, testers run the workflow. Okay, which was designed in the workflow designer. We cannot check workflow status from the workflow manager window. So the designer design the workflows, but here in the workflow manager we run the workflow, but we cannot detect the workflow status in the workflow manager. Okay, then we will go to Informatica Power Center Workflow Monitor. Okay, here is the monitor. Workflow monitor. From the workflow monitor, we can monitor or check the status of a workflow. Okay, suppose in the designer window we developer design the workflows. Okay, then from the designer window we go to the workflow manager, where we just run the workflow. Okay, and in the monitor window we monitor or check the status of the workflow. Okay, from the workflow monitor we can run the workflow, but the workflow should run at least once from the workflow manager. When we run the workflow in the workflow manager window, then it just go to the workflow monitor window. Okay, where we can check the running status of the workflow, like whether it is running, or it is succeeded, or it is failed, or it is stopped, or it is abort. Okay, we have to just check the status of the workflow in the workflow monitor window. Okay, this is all about the architecture of a Informatica Power Center. Okay, in the first the developer design the workflow in the designer window, then testers run the workflow, and the workflow just go to the monitor window where we just check the status of the workflow.